Hello Gemini, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your July Tarot Forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love relationship, at your career and workspace, and we'll get you some guidance from the universe on the energies of the month of July. At the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself. And as usual, I will start with an oracle deck at the beginning. Today is the Enchanted Map Oracle. So let's get started. You are the last reading of the zodiac cycle that I'm doing. Usually started my readings, my monthly readings, with the sign that is currently in season, that the sun is in, which was Cancer in this time. So you, Gemini, had to basically wait for me to go through the entire zodiac wheel. But you know, last month you were the first one, so it's all fair. Anyways, jokes aside, this is a general reading, so take only what resonates for you. If you're interested in a personal reading for your own story, do not hesitate to reach out with an email address or through my website, mindfulbamboo.com. You can actually book it through there. And last but not least, this is a reading for Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus in Gemini. So if you're watching for your sun sign because you were born during Gemini season, that's what it means. I suggest that you also check readings for your other placements, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. And of course it can be other placements depending on what you're looking for, but that's a larger kind of worms in from astrology point of view, so I'm not gonna go there just now. Okay, let's see. I have your card here. Number 40, follow the leader. Interesting. Let me get the message from the book. And thank you to those who are asking questions about me settling back in. I'm doing well. It's been a month since I got back and, you know, moved into my place. So I did have a bit of a travel in June, but largely I've been home, and although I've been busy just with different errands and trying to organize things, but it's been pretty rewarding, so I'm happy with it. Thank you. All right, follow the leader. Every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you. So you are that leader that's leading by example. Wink, wink. You're being called to lead others by example. I didn't see that in the message when I was saying it, but yes, it's true. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of your life. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you in a unique position to be of service to others. Your suffering has been crystallized into a talisman of wisdom. Now you must share it. By being fully authentic, you'll lead others into the light. You'll be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Lead with love. There's another message here as well. Look to those whose great character and accomplishments you admire. Emulate the leaders you respect. You will then, in turn, have more to offer. So it works both ways. All right, let's get into tarot. I don't know what's going on today. I'm gonna shuffle some more. I was gonna say when I started shuffling that I love these cute animals. I don't know if you guys could see that. They're so adorable. Okay, let's try this again. All right, this is a little better. The Lovers. So this is your energy, actually, Gemini. Good start. And I actually like in this deck, I see this a little bit less as like romantic lovers, but more around the love, you know, like the friendship level of love, like that sharing of soul and some sort of like intimate experience in life, you know. The noble part of it, the pure, the innocent but beautiful part of bonding through love. Death. There we go. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. The Tower. Wow. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. We'll talk about that when I get all the cards out. For a career space, we have Ace of Wands. Always good to have. Queen of Wands. Nice. The High Priestess. Beautiful. Pisces energy. For your advice, you have Three of Pentacles, some fruitful collaboration. We saw that with, even with Follow the Leader, actually. Nine of Cups. Six of Pentacles. Saw a little bit of a similar vibe with the Taurus reading. That's interesting. You know, once at the bottom of the deck, you could have some inspiration from a fire sign in your life. So, or if you meet someone or someone is around you who is a fire sign, then this is your message, or this is like your sign that that person has something important to tell you or to help you with during this time. Okay, so 4 major arcana, 3 of them in the space of your personal relationship, really. And you know what? To me, this is, I was referring to this one as a friend energy. Also, this is your energy, right? This is choosing love, loving choices. And I'm getting it's not as much about the relationship with one specific person, even if you have someone, you're involved with someone romantically, or you're thinking immediately about that one friend. But this is more about looking at your part of it, right? Like, even if this is communication with someone else, relationship with someone, I'm looking at how I feel in this relationship. How do I present myself? How do I communicate? How do I support the person, right? How joyful it is for me. Does it bring value, and how do I understand that? It seems a little transactional, but every and any relationship in your life should bring some kind of value. And it can be more baseline and grounded and like, okay, yeah, so I don't know, we're working on a school project together, so it's very straightforward, right? We're helping each other complete the project, get a good grade. But it could be much more complex than that, of course, if we're talking about some important relationships like friends and family, life partner, children and parents. But regardless of that, you are revisiting with the help of some divine intervention, like heavy divine intervention, right? I don't know what that would mean, but the Tower, of course, is signaling me that some big changes are coming in, unexpected changes. It's gonna throw you off your feet. It can be something heavy, like with both Death and Tower. It can be something like a complete ending of a relationship, or it can be an illness of you or somebody around you, right? Like, it can be pretty intense, or, you know, somebody's life could be at risk, literally, right? But it is to enhance the experience for you, or to show you that you have become this leader that others can rely on and do rely on, right? Sometimes we need those intense experiences to see how much love we have to offer, to share, and to express, right? So this is like this big transformation, and this eventually will change how you see relationships, why you value people in your life, and how you want to proceed with them, with those who did not stand the test of time and this change, and those who have, and you're more sure than ever that they're very important in your life, right? Like, how do you want to be conversing differently? How do you want that experience to be different now? And also, how you're willing to share of yourself to those who are willing to listen and who are actually looking forward to hearing your story, and you know, how you have coped with some of the challenges that they had. And it looks like you might have more after this month, even more to share. So as anything, I will get to the advice part, but try to see it as that useful input. They, you know, a road to more wisdom and a more loving space, you know, where you will have more compassion and love, right? And you will be able to be that light and be that hope for others who are facing something similar, I don't know how to deal with it, or that need some sort of light and support because they are in the place of darkness at the moment. Okay, so let's move on. For your career space, I'm getting you are getting very creative during this time, and it feels like you're a creative person generally, right? You might have a lot of fire in your chart, or this could be somebody else who you work with who have a lot of fire in their chart. But generally speaking, you are choosing with the inner guidance, you're choosing with listening to your high priestess, you're choosing to follow your inspiration and creative pursuit. And like, I'm getting it's actually creative needs, almost like if you don't follow your creative calling, then you start feeling down, you start getting ill, you know, like your general life energy starts going into decay, right? So it's almost like you feel like this is a must-do, must-have aspect of your life, that you need to be able to express yourself artistically and make it a big part of your occupation, not like a side hustle that I'm doing a couple of hours a week, but something that will be in the forefront, in the focus of your occupation, whether it's directly your job, or it's more of a serious hobby or volunteer work or whatever that is that you're doing. Or like, you know, if we're talking about fine art, it can be just serve people just as it is, because it's a work of art that will touch people on many levels. Okay, with the advice, all minor arcanas here, so there's a lot that you can do that's in your hands during this time. So generally I see collaborative energy and wanting to share of yourself and share that. This is a servant leadership card that we saw in the oracle message. Actually, it's even more important because we're having north node of the moon shift from Taurus to Aries, and the south node from Scorpio to Libra. So Libra and Aries are the axis of like the signs of relationship learning, right? Me versus we, and like using the best of both, really, and not falling into the shadow aspect of either or, right? So you will be seeing how that manifests in your life and how you can enhance your understanding of being your unique self and expressing yourself creatively, but at on the other hand, being of service to people, being that leader, and you know, feeling like you are a part of the community. And that's why you and other people can relate to the same situations or scenarios, right? Because you are in that common space. Okay, let's get some messages from your person of interest to yourself. Messages for Gemini from their person. Cards are falling out today, but not necessarily in a good way. I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe it's 7/7 portal when I'm recording this. Please give us some messages for Gemini. Thank you. The Hangman and Seven of Swords. So your person is almost like, I'm getting this message, you know, for naughty kids to like to go to a timeout and think about your behavior, think about what you've done. So your person is getting like a spiritual timeout during the months of July to reflect on certain choices they've made and directions they took in life. It's not necessarily because they were deceitful or they wanted to harm someone, but a lot of times we choose to believe certain stories as opposed to the real thing, right? And they're seeing where they've done that in life and why and how, right? It's like that deeper analysis, or like there is a method in at least in software engineering and in people management, it's called root cause analysis, right? So they're doing that for a specific area of their life. It can be personal or professional, but there were some specific events and scenarios that are being brought to their attention now to revisit, to see what happened, why happened, and what kind of lessons they want to take from it, right? So what I'm getting is that during this time it can be quite intense for them too. You know, they can throw them off kilter, it can get them into a melancholic or regretful mood, but this is not for you to think that this has something to do with you or this is because of you, right? It's their own soul journey and their pursuit that they need to follow through, to be a better version of themselves, to be a better partner for you, to have a more conscious and a more joyful life overall. Okay, I hope this has been good for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this has been useful, and I will be back with more readings very, very soon.